Bunches. In this video I'm going to show you how I make a really simple, easy vegan ratatouille that is much more delicious than it kind of should be, considering that all the vegetables aren't particularly my favourite and aren't most people's favourite. Anyway, so to start off you want to cut your eggplant, that is, and all the amounts and exact quantities and everything will be in a blog post, but you want to chop up your eggplant into cubes and spread it on a tray. So it looks like this, just into bite-sized chunks, and then you want to sprinkle really generously with salt. Don't worry about like sodium getting out of control here because you're going to wash it all off, but this just kind of removes the bitterness of it and also draws out some of the moisture in the eggplant. So sort of toss that around a bit and then just leave it to sit for about 30 minutes to do its thing. It'll kind of sweat a little bit, and yeah, after those 30 minutes have elapsed, then you want to tip all those chunks into a colander and rinse really thoroughly. You could use a tea towel or some paper towel, but you'll want to kind of let the eggplant pieces drain so they're not all just rather drenched in water. So I just kind of put some paper down on a tray and put those chunks back on it and sort of toss them around a bit so every side of them was patted dry, and that's what they look like. So after you've got your eggplant done and dusted, you can prepare the rest of your vegetables, so onions, cucumbers, wow, zucchinis and capsicum, that is. And you can also chop these all up like while the eggplant's just slaying about in its salt shower. So you can cut them up however you like. I do the zucchini in like thick coins and the capsicum in like thick strips. Everything sort of shrivels down and becomes really tender, so even if you don't like thick chunks of vegetables, like, I don't know, I like things cut pretty small, you won't really notice it in this recipe. So you want to get a large non-stick pot or a fry pan and start with the onions. So you're going to water saute them until translucent and a little bit of colour has come on them. Then you're going to add your eggplant and toss that around for about 2 to 4 minutes so that has a little bit of colour on it as well. Add more splashes of water as needed to sort of lift the flavour and browniness off the bottom of the pan. Then you want to add the zucchinis and capsicum, then a tin of tomatoes, then a teaspoon of coconut sugar. Stir that so everything's coated, and you also want to add a tablespoon of mixed herbs and a tablespoon approximately of minced garlic. So stir that all around and add a splash of hot water or just cold water. It'll take a little longer to heat up if it's not, and just put the lid on. Ensure that everything is jiggled around close to the bottom and let it simmer on a medium to low heat for about 30 minutes. Then you want to take the lid off, stir everything around so the top vegetables go to the bottom and everything's has a chance of cooking evenly. Add a handful of chopped basil and also a handful of chopped parsley. I just didn't have any, so I didn't add it this time, but parsley is really, really delicious and quite a typical flavour, so do add that. Then at this point you want to boil some rice or prepare some crunchy bread or whatever you want to have with it. So it simmers for about 10 to 15 more minutes without the lid on, and then it's done. It's pretty easy, even though it has to cook a little while to tender up, but it's a lot of just leaving it be and doing other stuff. So that's it. I serve this with rice, and yeah, as I said, even though all those combination of vegetables aren't those that I would necessarily go to or even use a lot, in this dish it is so delicious and really comforting, and yeah, it tastes like comfort food. But since this one's oil free and vegan and gluten free and just vegetables really with some herbs, it's surprisingly delicious. Okay, thanks for watching Honey Bunches. I hope you enjoy it. If you make it, tag me on Instagram and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!